Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Laura from Lorelei Inc. And today I wanted to talk to you about some art journaling supplies that are my most used, most loved, my favorites. But because this is my first art video, even about art products, I can't really justify that I use them constantly. So another name for this video is Art Journaling Supplies 101. The basic amount of supplies with a few extras to do and start creating art. Art journaling can take many different forms, with writing, just writing with beautiful colors in the background, collaging, taking an old book and ripping it apart. It's literally up to you. I'll do another video about that in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and start with some watercolor paints. Watercolor is a great tool to have with art journaling. Dries pretty quick. You can get hundreds of thousands of colors by blending them together, and it's not quite as messy as acrylic. But my first palette here is the Koi Watercolors Pocket Field Sketchbook in the 24 color set. This is one and done type art watercoloring. Has black to white, gray, has a purple. Beautiful, good quality, has sponges to clean, and it does come with a little pocket portable watercolor brush, but I took it out, and it has its own mixing palette. It's very good, and I use it a lot. Very smooth once it's dry, very pure to color, doesn't usually fade over time. So there's that one. And then my favorite color is purple, and there was only one purple in that palette, and I was using it heavily. And I didn't want to have to purchase a new palette for one color, so I picked up this palette from Jane Davenport. This is her Brights palette, and it comes with 12 different colors, and there's two purples and some berry tones, beautiful greens, and then your primaries. It's a great palette. It's great for traveling. You can mix on here, take this apart if you want, mix on there. And it's even more compact, and I can pretty much do whatever I want with just this. It doesn't have a white though, which then you can really make some pastel-y colors, but it's all around gorgeous and just cute in color. If you like metallic or sparkle or a little pizzazz, this is the Art Philosophy by Prima Metallic Accent Metallic Semi-watercolor set, and has 12 colors. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby on a whim. I saw it, I knew I needed it, and it is gorgeous. Every single color looks differently on the page, but that also depends on your opacity and how much paint to water ratio. So this is also a really good product to use for art journaling. I don't normally have, with fountain pens or calligraphy pens, I have a hard time writing on top of this. Ballpoint pen, Sharpie pen, no problem at all. This one can mix together to create this many colors, which there's a lot of purples, some really beautiful creamy colors. Very, very nice. I have not mixed this with regular watercolors yet, so that will be continued. The Jane Davenport Bright palette will turn into this many. So a lot of purples, a lot of deep tones, a lot of blues and greens, more of this color, less of this color. So very, very gorgeous. These berry tones I'm just in love with. And then the Koi watercolor set, because it is 24 colors, you get a lot of colors. And this goes this way, more of this color, less of that color. So, and then right down the center is the full opacity of the single color in the pan. So this is my top choice. If you want to buy a watercolor set and you don't have one yet, I would get this one first. And if you fall in love with purples and bright colors, go to this one. Now, next is your brushes, because you need a brush to paint with. And I have two of the same size in two selections. This is a number 8, Simply Simmons. It's from Micheal's Level 1 in watercolors. It is a round synthetic fibers, very easy to clean, very easy to maintain. And I mean, it has a tiny tip, and it's a good decent brush. It is small though, so you'll have to just kind of put that in perspective. Here I have a number 6, Royal in Langnickel. This one, I don't know the fibers in this brush, but I kind of abused it a little bit, but it's also really good. I bought this on clearance, but I still reach for this for tiny details, kind of use these hand in hand. Now these two, this one's like a generic number 12 round brush, Mastercraft from Hobby Lobby, beautiful tip, but then I was trying to actually just do watercolor paintings, florals and botanicals, and I was having problems with the taper in this. It's kind of just straight to it, nothing but. Great for plopping, great for just getting color down on the page, letting it dry, and then continuing. I did use a coupon for both of these, so if you think you would enjoy this one better, get this one. But this one is ultimately my favorite because look at the taper. I'm going to just get so much more variation, and this one is heavier, so I can control this one more. This is a number 12 Princeton brush, Elite. I call him my Mr. Handsome. He's just gorgeous. He's longer. I'm a lefty. I have more control with him. All around better. But to be honest, this one was with a coupon. This one with a coupon equaled this. So, but I don't remember the exact numbers. And then with my art journaling, I do like to write. I will plop color down with watercolor, maybe add a background detail, and I'll just write about the day. I don't really plan anything. But here's a few. These are my ultimately used pens that I do use. 2 of these are fountain pens, so I do like them with the nibs. They're both fine nibs. Both from Pilot, which is they just know their pens. This is a Metropolitan, this is a fine. And it's a very heavy pen, very easy to use, very easy to clean. The ink cartridges, the little refillable cartridge can be found at Micheal's. I did buy this at Staples when they had it. It's no longer there. But it hurts my hand when I'm done writing. If I know I'm going to write a lot, I don't use this pen. Just a few notes, just to keep it in function, is a great pen. If you want to work your hand out, use it. If you don't want to work your hand out and you have a lot to write, I would go with this guy, which is Pilot Varsity. It is a throwawayable, non-refillable fountain pen with a fine nib. Very light, so super, super light, but you're still getting that fountain pen feel just for like a try on. This one I paid $15-20 for. This one I paid $5 or $6 for. So it's a good, inexpensive item to try to see if you like fountain pens without the cleanup and so on and so forth. And then here we go. This is also from Pilot, a V-Razor Point Extra Fine. I got this in a pack with a bunch of different colors on clearance. I still see it for sale as the pack's like $20. It's really good for bullet journaling if you're into that. And it's good for small details and drawings, or if you want to write small on a page. And then the Paint Joy, Paper Made Ink Joy gel pen. This is in a 0.7. They do come in a 0.5. I like all of them. Both of them work great for me. I like the colors. Purple is my favorite, so I have purple right now. If I don't have a background that's completely full of color, I will use a ink color just to add a little bit more pizzazz to my paper. And this will write over pretty much anything, including that metallic paint. Also, with the Sharpie pen, it will write over practically anything. I never have problems with it ghosting. And I mean, I just write. I don't press hard. Sometimes I do. If I'm like thinking for a second, I'll have that like little bit of bleed dot, but not enough that it goes from page to page to page. And this also comes in a bunch of colors too. So if you like color, that's what they're for. Now these are the Tombow Fidanowski pens. One's like soft tip, one's a little bit of harder tip. I like these for hand lettering, which I am horrible at, but I try. I can write cursive like crazy. Like I can go out crazy with that, but actual hand lettering I have a hard time with. These are very nice to learn in a small way. I think if you try to go too big too fast, it's just super, super hard. So these are great. I also use these to make eyelashes on the girls that I draw. So they're really good for that also. Here I have some paint. This is straight up paint, acrylic paint. If you have the time and you want to expand past watercolor, these paints are amazing to add details or a little bit of accent, but not full on gold page. This one's golden fluid, and this is golden. This is high flow. This is a fluid. There is a difference. I will explain that in a different video. This one's gold deep. This one's iridescent copper. I like the drip top, but it doesn't matter. You just shake it and open the lid. Now, for me, I like to add water to them and put them in a cute little spray bottle. I put them in this size bottle. If they would clog or dry up, I'm not wasting a ton of product. And I know I use these up completely, refill it, keep it clean. So I like to do that. And I have swatches in black and white, so I know exactly what they're going to look like in their opacities. They just add a little bit of pizzazz and shine to your pieces without really spending a lot, and they're going to last you a really long time. Also, this is probably the one and done. If you want a little bit of sparkle, glitter, glitz, one and done item is this multi-surface premium water-based paint pen. I know this isn't gold. It doesn't tell me the actual color, but it's gold glitter. It has a fine point. It does stink though, so be aware of that. But it just adds a little bit of glitz and glam to your art. Beautiful for flowers, adding mark making. You can smudge it a little bit. Once it dries, it might release a little bit of that glitter, but it's not like it's all over all your pages. Like you can't get it away from anything. But this is from Micheal's also. It's from their Craft Smart, so it's their value center aisle. It's just a few dollars if you want to expand without spending or investing a ton of money. And I've used this a lot, and it's still going strong. These are glitter markers. They're just adding more into the glitz. If you don't want to deal with the dry time, these dry within a matter of a minute. So let me let these sit, see how long it takes for them to dry. But the glitter will come off a little bit onto the next page once they're dry, but it's not enough that it annoys me or changes the look of the other opposite page, if that makes sense. So these are also really cool to add a little bit of sparkle and glitz and glam to your pages. And these are two different sets. One set is cool, one set is warm, and these are from Jane Davenport. Her glitter markers, shimmer markers, I'm sorry, I don't know what they're called. So they are amazing. So yeah, they don't really take that long to dry. So, but this nib was pretty saturated. So, and the colors are just absolutely amazing. And you can shake them to keep the glitter equally suspensed and the ink flowing. I've never had them clog. I will mention a container to keep your brushes and your paint clean. This is also from Micheal's. It's their multi-purpose plastic brush washer. I don't wash my brushes in this. I don't stand them up when they're ready to dry. No. This does come in handy from time to time, so I do keep that. But one side's for clean water, one side's for dirty water. When you are done with the purple, you wash your brush, you get more water, you dip into your yellow, you don't get brown. So this is $4 or $5, really inexpensive. And I'm not ruining a cup, a mug, a cute little bowl. This can get as dirty as necessary, and it's just going to add more charm and life to it. This is like a supply that's kind of used from time to time to keep your pages down. When you make your books from time to time, they tend to not sit flat. So if you want to keep them down, you can use the massive clips, or I use washi tape. Now, this actual silver stripe is not loved. It's beautiful, it's simple, it's clean, classic. You can go with it warm tone, cool tone. It's the actual brand that is amazing. It is the Duck brand, so duct tape brand. You don't have to glue this down, put matte medium on it, gloss medium. It will stay wherever you put it. It will not leave after even heat, acrylic. It's gonna keep on sticking. So this is an amazing washi tape brand. If you're not crazy about washi tape, or you don't feel the need to buy 5 rolls of washi tape, buy 1 or 2 of these, and in like calm, I call this a calm pattern, and you can really layer paint over it, and you can do a lot with this. Now this is the last product that I'll talk about that is still fairly new to me, but every time I use it I don't want to put it down, and it's so unique in its own that it can be used many different ways. These are the Jane Davenport Velvet Pastels. So it's not a paint, it's not an ink, it's not a soft pastel, it's not an oil pastel, it's like a velvet liquid pastel. It dries to this beautiful velvet finish that doesn't transfer onto the next page, doesn't smudge, doesn't need sprayed with a fixative, nothing. You can blend them together to create different colors, and she does have other colors in her line. So there's the velvet pastel. I did purple and I smeared it. I did purple dots. I used the blue around the frames, and I just smear it with my finger from time to time. Let me find this one. It looks really cool. I put it here and here, and I did dots. And I mean, I feel a little bit of a texture, and hey, there's that washi tape. So I do use it, but it's really unique, and it feels really velvety, like I can feel it. So that's like, if you want to play or you want to expand a little bit farther, these are great to purchase. I think I got these for $6 with coupons, so I would buy 1 and then go from there. But these, I had to have these colors. So that is all that I have for you today. Let me just kind of rearrange this here. But yeah, if I had to create with just a few supplies, and you think I don't have the budget for this, or I don't want to invest in all that and end up not using it, all you really need is a journal, even a notebook. I made this one myself out of paper and scrapbook paper, and I sewed it. So you need a book, you need a pen, because I like to write with my art. You can create art all you want, but I feel like if you explain yourself through the process, you're going to evolve, and you just need a little bit of color. So you can go with markers or go with paint, and that's all you need. Well, and a brush. So you will literally need this many things, and you are good to go, and you can be starting a process or a journey of art journaling. So I want to take just a minute to let you know that being creative every day can be really difficult, and you can try to think of something that you want to create and not turn out, but you just keep going. Just do it. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to have your bad days. You're going to have your good days with it. Just keep going with it. You're going to enjoy yourself so much more if you do create compared to stopping and starting again. So just keep going, or just keep swimming. And also take the time to sit and relax and read a book, or learn about an artist, or learn about how something is made. Education, a little bit of education, a little bit of creativity every day will make the world a better, beautiful place. So thank you for listening and watching my video. Obviously, you're watching, not listening. And if you have any questions or comments, obviously leave them below. And tell me about your absolutely must-have art supply. Are they one of these, or is it a different color of the golden paints? Let me know, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!